Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a very long time. It's been something ridiculous, like 3 years now. There is a story behind that, but I'm not going to get into it now because it's going to be a long thing to explain. Sorry about the quality of this video. I'm filming on my phone. I've noticed there's a bit of a weird noise in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Kind of sounds like wind. I don't know what's causing it, but this is the best I can do right now because I don't have a proper camera. So this video is going to be my top 10 Harry Potter characters. Really difficult for me to narrow down to top 10 characters because I've got tons that are my favourites and tons that I love. But so yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I'm going to go from the bottom up. So number 10, Draco Malfoy. I have him on the list, which is surprising for some people because I'm a Gryffindor and a lot of people hate the Slytherins. I don't personally, but for me, I think Draco, he had no choice. His family got themselves into a situation they couldn't get themselves up. They were very much trapped. You can see how scared they are of Voldemort. They just know that you can't just walk away from him without putting your entire life at risk. So they were just doing their best. So I think Draco is very much a misunderstood character. He was just born into a family that was trapped in a situation that they got themselves into. Yeah, I definitely think it was their own fault for getting themselves into it, but then they couldn't get out of it again. So I don't think Draco had much choice. He was just keeping people at an arm's length. He was trying to protect himself and other people. Number 9, Severus Snape. Again, a very, very misunderstood character. I know he treats Harry badly, and there's no excuse for that, especially the way he treated Lupin. But I do think that he is very misunderstood. He is essentially constantly living in a state of grief for Lily. He's reminded of the one person that kind of stole Lily away from him because Harry looks so much like his dad. So I just think Snape is very, very misunderstood. Number 8, Mad-Eye Moody. Now he's a very interesting character because he's a mix of things. He's someone who's so brave and so courageous and has filled half the cells in Azkaban, but at the same time he is broken. He's suffering with this almost PTSD-like kind of symptoms. He's kind of the embodiment of two different parts of him balancing out the fear, the paranoia, but also the bravery and the courage. He's a very interesting mix of things. I just find him fascinating. 7, Arthur Weasley. I just love him. He's just hilarious. I saw a meme once that was like, imagine this guy's reaction if he was shown Google, and I just love his obsession with muggles. It's just fascinating. He's so funny. He's just so eager. He's just so funny. I just love him. He just makes me laugh. Number 6, Remus Lupin. Again, I think he is a very interesting character. I have a chronic illness, and him being a werewolf and constantly struggling with that, I can really relate to that and to his struggles and to how people often misunderstand him. And I just find that part of him really, really interesting. And I also find him to be a very relatable character. I love the scene in The Prisoner of Azkaban with Harry where they're talking about his parents. It's just really touching. Number 5, Dobby. Everyone has to love Dobby. He's just hilarious. I don't really think there's a lot to say about Dobby. He's just a lovable character. Everyone just loves him. He's funny, he's loyal, he's kind of a mixture of all the houses. He's really, really sweet, and I just love Dobby. Number 4, Fred and George. I know they're separate characters, but I kind of just bundled them into one because I think they're not complete without each other, which is why Fred's death is so sad. So yeah, I just love them because they're so funny. They're constantly the light in a dark time for the wizarding world. They're just really interesting characters, really funny. They make you laugh. You can so tell that they're Arthur's sons because of their funny kind of attitude to things. They're just really great. I love them. Number 3, Lily and James Potter. I think these two are really underrated characters. I love them. Mainly because they did everything they could to protect Harry. And Lily, as we know, died for Harry. And for me, growing up in foster care, I just find that so fascinating. It touches my heart so much to see two parents give everything for their son. I think a lot of that is to do with my own experiences with my parents and with my life in foster care. But that's just, for me, so touching to see. Number 2, Sirius Black. So Sirius, I just absolutely love. He is there for Harry when very few other people were. He was the only family that Harry had left. And he came into Harry's life when he needed him most and gave him hope and gave him a dream that he could look to, which was going to live with him. You know, he really did turn the tide for Harry, and I love that about him. He's fascinating. I just love him. He's a very lovable character. And the number 1, I would have to say, is Albus Dumbledore. He never used to be my favourite. He was always in the top 10, but he was never at the top. But I think since Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald, and we've learnt more about Dumbledore and seen him from a different perspective, it's really caused him to really, really grow on me a lot more than he already had. And now I'm just fascinated by him, and I just am constantly going back to the books and trying to learn as much as I can about Dumbledore. He's just almost that kind of like father figure in the wizarding world. He's the person that everybody looks to, the one everyone looks up to. He's the person that everybody trusts. He's fascinating, and he's so lovable, so friendly, so self-sacrificing. You know, he puts everyone before himself. And I really think he's also a very broken person because of his past and what he's been through and the mistakes he feels he's made along the way. And there's a lot more going on inside of Dumbledore than we have any idea about, and I'm so glad that we're starting to learn about that. I know there are mixed reviews about the Crimes of Grindelwald and about Fantastic Beasts, but I love them. I absolutely love them. But that's a thing for another day. I think I have a bit of an unpopular opinion when it comes to them. So, those are my top 10 Harry Potter characters. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm planning to be getting stuff out more regularly now that I'm back on YouTube and doing more on here. It's just been a crazy few years, but I'm back now, and I'm hoping to be getting videos out as often as I possibly can. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon.